Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce my name. My name is Ahmad Hidayat Prasadewa. Here I would like to summary the material. The topic is understanding text marking and annotation. Okay, the source that I use is from Christina A. Carter from Mindscape's book. And let's go to the summarization. Text marketing, often referred to simply as underlining, is a term used to express a reader's interaction with written information as a part of an effective student strategy. So, text marketing is about the strategy for students to know the expression from the readers. And why we use text marking? Using a pen to mark text forces the reader to pay attention to the reading. It's not possible to underline points or mark the text in any way without thinking about what you are doing. Therefore, this method almost guarantees concentration on the subjects. Losing one's concentration is one of the most insidious or treacherous problems in studying and schoolwork in general. I'm sorry, let me pause first. Okay. Text marketing is an effective strategy because when you learn to selectively identify the most important information in the reading, because marking the text is a selective strategy, you just choose the certain things to mark with your pen, and you are doing the groundwork for note taking. If you learn to use effective text marking strategies, the follow-up strategies of taking notes, summarizing, outlining, and mapping, as well as creating study guides, will be made much easier. So the point is, when you can use the text marking properly, it will help you to study better, and it will be more easier to understand the material. And marking the text is the process of sorting important from unimportant information in a reading. So text marking also help you to divide what is the important information and the unimportant information. So it will easy for you to understand the information. And in the sorting, you are learning the information and preparing it for storage in your long-term memory. So when you don't have a good long-term memory, you can use this strategy for you when you don't have long-term memory. In order to be able to effectively mark text, you must have a solid grounding in several comprehension skills. First, you must be able to recognize the pattern of organization of a text, and you must be able to see the relationships between ideas in a passage. Third, you must be able to pinpoint the main idea and major supporting points that support the most important point. And these are all skills you learn in chapter 1 through chapter 4. And what about how to mark a text? First, all of these textbooks, you must learn to locate and understand important information. In doing that, you underline main ideas and identify supporting points. So you have to find the main idea, and then you have to understand which one is supporting points and main ideas. The first point is that, and You will develop the skills by learning a system for marking text. Initially, you must preview and then read the entire reading, including subsections. After completing all of the steps for determining the most important informations, uh, you have to mark the text for main ideas and supporting details. Once your skill at doing it improves, you will be able to mark the text as you read it the first time. And then here is the steps for making a text. First, preview the reading. Second, read the paragraph or passage in its entirety. Third, determine the author's purpose. 4. Determine the topic of the reading. 5. Determine the pattern of organizations. 6. Determine the main idea. 7. Go back and mark the text. So there are 7. And the last, after you mark the text, annotate, make notes paraphrasing the topic, main idea, and major and minor details in the margins or on a separate piece of paper. And when you mark a text, use a pen or pencil. A highlighter can make it difficult to see the relationship between ideas because everything are all the same color. So you have to divide the color, which is the main idea, and then which is the supporting idea, which one is the important information and less important information. And then even you use a different color for the main idea and supporting details, the act of interrupting your flow or concentration can disrupt your comprehension of the reading. Remember how limited your working memory capacity is and how quickly information can be bumped from this area. By trying this method of just using a pen or pencil, your concentration will not be disturbed. So from the book is you have to use just pencil or pen. You cannot use pencil color to divide the main idea. I don't know why, but in the book says like that. And here there is quick tips to taking notes. First, select. Second, organize. Third, understand. And the last is learn. So let me explain. The first step is select. Means that you should choose. You decide where is the key points from your reading. You just underline or give it a highlight. And then second, when you have the key points that you need, just organize it. You can make it like a list maybe, and then just organize it to make it simple. And the third, when you have the list, just understand it and make sure you understand what you are reading by pressing the author's language. So in the book says that suggests us that we have to paraphrase the author's language, means we change the language with the synonym by using synonym maybe. And the last is learn. Use your study notes to prepare for tests and learn the information. Okay. After understand, learn about the idea that you want to understand. And then I think that's all for the summarization. And I do apologize if I do many mistakes. And the last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.